Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Elgin Martinez from the Immigrant Edification TV, the only channel that addresses real immigrant issues, coming to you with another informative video. And ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, for my immigrant brothers and sisters who are either green card holders or US citizens, if you think that the article that I'm about to read is not going to be applicable to you or you might not be impacted, guess what? Then I have news for you. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read an article from dallasnews.com. After 20 years in America, this woman will be stripped of her US citizenship for lying on forms. Leila Hedar worked for the US Army and at DFW airport after arriving in the US with her two sons in 2001, but prosecutors say she used fraud to obtain citizenship. When single mother Leila Hadar arrived in the US from Afghanistan with her two boys to escape Taliban oppression, she embellished her story in her bid to stay. Nearly 19 years later, she likely will be stripped of her US citizenship due to those lies. A federal jury in Dallas convicted the Arlington woman on Monday of 3 counts, including committing lies of omission on 2 passport applications by not listing a previous name. The more serious charge of obtaining citizenship or naturalization unlawfully carries with it mandatory denaturalization, officials say. Hadar, a former U.S. Army interpreter, raised 2 sons in the U.S. and had a job at DFW International Airport for over 3 years, helping travelers. Her conviction is punishable by up to 30 years in prison and a fine of up to $750,000, ladies and gentlemen. It also paves the way for Hadar, 57, to be deported. Her successful prosecution appears to be part of a stepped-up effort by the Trump administration to strip citizenship from naturalized Americans over a variety of infractions, including lying on government forms and to immigration officials. Under the Immigration and Nationality Act, a court may revoke naturalization through a civil or criminal proceeding if the citizenship was obtained through fraud or misrepresentation, ladies and gentlemen. The Justice Department has filed a total of 228 civil denaturalization cases since 2008. Of those, nearly 100 were brought since 2017 when President Donald Trump entered the White House. Trump has made immigration a signature issue of his administration, ladies and gentlemen. Immigration and Customs Enforcement recently said it would begin investigating the citizenship files of 700,000 naturalized Americans, and ICE has asked for money to hire 300 more agents as part of the effort. The U.S. has about 20 million naturalized citizens, according to the Pew Research Center. In the past, denaturalization were rare and usually reserved for terrorists, war criminals, human rights violators, sex offenders, and violent criminals, according to government reports and immigration attorneys. Critics say cases of fraud in citizenship application are rare and not worth the resources the Trump administration is committing to combat it. They allege that the effort is part of a political agenda that has nothing to do with safety or security. They're being far more aggressive on denaturalization cases, said Lance Courtright, a San Antonio immigration attorney. I hope it doesn't have a chilling effect on people naturalizing. A White House press representative did not respond with comment. The jury in Hadar's case began deliberating on Friday and returned with its verdict after a 4-day trial. Prosecutors say the Afghan native flew to the US in 2001 on a temporary transit visa and was supposed to leave for Canada the same day, but never did. Instead, she applied for asylum under a different name, Leela Hadar, and told a false story of how she made it to New York, prosecutors said. Hadar told immigration officials she flew from Pakistan to Mexico and then was secreted across the border into the US with the help of an uncle to escape oppression in her native country. Hadar listed 2 different names and dates of birth on US documents. Court records show. We have no idea who this woman is, Assistant U.S. Attorney Tiffany H. Eggers told a magistrate judge during an April 2019 detention hearing. Hadar was taken into custody following the jury verdict. Her sentencing is scheduled for July. The Justice Department on February 26 announced the creation of a denaturalization section in its immigration office to bring justice to terrorists, war criminals, sex offenders, and other fraudsters who illegally obtained naturalization. A department official told the New York Times, that those who commit serious violation of the law would be a priority. Some cases like Hadar's have involved lying on government paperwork, and the government is using high-tech methods to find violators. In Hadar's case, facial recognition software snared her in 2018 when she applied for a new passport. When you lie, it can affect your goal, moral character, which is a qualification for citizenship, Cartwright said. Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, we've come to the end of this video. Please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Last but not least, thanks to all my viewers and subscribers around the world.